every single Tuesday, so if you need more CDs, we have them. The bracelets, you guys, are a thing to kind of encourage people to sign up. So we do not give them out in January when you get new students. If you have new students coming now, you still have some, give them to them, that's groovy, but it's kind of a come join us and press thing, so.
If you want to give them to them in January and you have them, you can.
Oh, sure,
But
sure.
We're not buying more.
We're not
be
gonna,
buying more.
we're not buying anymore. Okay, before I start the meeting, just one television broadcast. Raise your right hand and promise. I promise.
I promise.
Next Tuesday.
Next Tuesday.
I'm a teacher. I'm looking at you.
I'm always like,
Huh? Yes, I promise. Thanks, Lori. Then I will vote next Tuesday.
I will vote next
Don't
Tuesday.
bring politics in this meeting.
I didn't say vote for anyone in particular.
What if that's
I just want to make sure that you guys are all of age.
I already voted.
I already voted.
Already mailed in.
Okay.
I have to say, like on that subject, just really quick.
No.
No, it's good. Everything's been so disheartening and people have been fighting. And my stepmom, she was sworn in as a U.S. citizen yesterday.
As a who?
A U.S. citizen.
Oh, that's very cool.
Months ago, and there were people from all over the world. There was lots and lots of people, and altogether they made up over 18 countries. And just to see them be so excited, and they actually were sworn in the day before today, and today was the last day to
Can you
register.
give up your
So all of
nationality?
them were so excited to be able to vote and be able to participate.
You give up your nationality
It brought back
and this
my
country become yours.
It brought back my patriotism just a little bit. So.
Actually, Salt Lake County is in a new study, and you don't have to pre-register to vote. You can go to the polling place, vote on the spot, register on the spot and vote on the spot right up through Tuesday.
Awesome. That's just what they told them.
So today.
Yesterday was not the last day to register because they're doing this special pilot program in Salt Lake County.
Awesome.
For
It's just
procrastinators.
cool.
Yeah, for procrastinators.
I registered for you last week.
Very cool. Okay, I'm going to start off with some good news, and then all the bad news. I'd like to welcome and actually congratulate someone who actually has her very first Up With Kids group, Miss Kenzie right there. Face up. Miss Kenzie is doing something that is unprecedented in our company. I just want you guys to know this is not typical. It has never happened before, but Miss Angela is giving her group to Miss Kenzie to give her Murray. I just want you all to know that Miss Angela
Has a full plate.
has no. I want you, as sisters, I want you guys to know that her husband has been deployed to Iraq, and it's a really hard time on them, and we just want to be there for her and not make her cry, but let her know that we are there for her and her darling new kids that she has taken on. And so Kenzie has stepped up. Huh?
I think they joined my class today.
Oh, they're darling.
welcome. They're very
They're
welcome.
darling, it's just so wonderful that things
stars.
happen for a reason, you guys. I told Kenzie in September that, or in August, we didn't have a group for her, but hang in there. You've been with us 6 years. Something will happen and you'll be ready. And look, it happened because that's a good thing. So it was wonderful to have someone ready to step in and take your place, although no one can take your Spitfire place. She is amazing, but teaching 4 days a week is really hard when you're a mother, a father, and have 6 kids to take care of now. So I would just like to welcome Kenzie to have her very own group. Kenzie is going to need your help, and Angela's going to need your help because that's what we do. We're all family, and it's the greatest sorority ever. I seriously mean that. We all have rough years, and I'm just really glad that you're there to step up, Kens. Welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome.
She's awesome.
She starts tomorrow. I mean, she's walking into the Murray group tomorrow. It's awesome. So you and me and Melody are having a meeting after, just quickly, and then you can take your 18 children home. So real quick about today's lesson, thank you again. It was wonderful. Thank you for writing it, Shauna. Thank you for pulling it off beautifully. It was terrific. At first I wrote down, are we really throwing away those blowers? And so honestly, we came up with a couple ideas, like if they don't have pockets, you could have them put it a certain place in the room, like
Remember where they put it? and go
remember
back
where
and
they
get
put it, remember what color it was. I think it's kind of cool that, I mean, I don't know if you guys had to buy as many as I did, but they're kind of pricey. So I kind of want them to take it home and show their mom what they learned, so.
I didn't trust my upswings to keep them.
What?
I didn't trust my upswings to keep them, to be honest.
Oh, I want them all to get
pockets,
strep
in pockets.
throat
They
and just
sit
share
down
them
and
with
put
each other. So
I was-
they don't come next week.
I
It's
was
good.
thinking with upswings, I might have that be our final activity.
That's what I was talking to
Like
Lori
call the
about.
roll, then say, now projection, do this, and then they walk out with their blowers.
We
That's what I
talked
was
about
gonna do.
projection today, let's do
Yeah.
it.
Right.
That's what I was gonna, I mean,
Practice
with my
at home.
upswings.
And here, take it.
Yeah.
Just do the last, that will be the last thing I will.
And it might be a good idea to tell them they're not allowed to blow until they get outside.
I had that thought when it was too late.
There go the elephants.
It was
They did.
it's a keeper.
Ending with it's not a bad idea though, especially for your.
Say it again.
Ending with it's not a bad idea, especially for your upswings. The other kids probably have pockets like your upper
Yeah.
class, but the upswings will want to take them.
Okay, I want to give everyone a heads up that next week is vocal audition,
Already.
meaning we're going to be doing vocal stuff with them. So if you have a way to have a microphone and something to plug it into, I'm giving you a heads up. A lot of our teachers have been successful going to a pawn shop and getting a little guitar amp, little guitar amp, or even a little, well, a Bluetooth doesn't work. I've been looking at them. There's nothing to plug a mic into.
Bluetooth.
But I was in 2 different places last week that I saw a Radio Shack. And Radio Shack is the only place I know that you can get a decent, really good microphone for 25 bucks. So that would be my advice, is to borrow a mic stand from someone and get,
In case anyone wants one.
Oh yeah, I'm supposed to bring them for people.
You want to step at my house?
yeah.
I just
Yeah.
remembered about
So mic stand, you need one mic stand, you need one microphone, and you need a way to amplify it. And I will tell you honestly that next week will be a drag without it. It makes a big difference when you have a microphone when you're teaching audition skills. So guys, we're all sharing stuff. I've shared a lot of stuff. I need it back. Sorry. But if you have extra, like if you have an old singing machine that you don't use anymore, let one of these new girls use it, or tell them on email this week that I can bring one for you. Let's help each other. But I really encourage everyone that doesn't have any way to magnify the voice to go to a pawn shop. Those little amps are so reasonable and easy to carry. Just a little guitar amp. Okay? You have my mics from...
I have one.
Okay, great. Yeah, and you may use it. Until you buy your own. Okay. I do want to reiterate for everybody that the 3 hours that we're here, it's hard, it's repetitive, but repetitive is what we're here for. This is our study time. I don't know any household that has a complete quiet area and a 2-hour block for you to study with kids running around and stuff going on. This is this is our time to get ready for our class. And if we see it 3 times, we perhaps will be a lot more proficient in our own class and feel a lot more comfortable, and things slip off your tongue and you remember things that Melody said. But more than that, you guys, I'm really emphasizing, especially the people that aren't here today, that by being here on Tuesdays, you have the opportunity to see a situation and how Miss Melody handles it. And if you're playing a game on your phone, you might miss the opportunity to see how she handled an out of control kid, or see how she complimented a kid that was behaving well today. And if you're not watching, I mean, I used to run up and down the line of teachers and say, did you see what she just did? And they'd, what did you just do? Because they missed it, because they weren't watching. And I'm not being critical. I just want to emphasize that I know that when I go to work on Wednesday, I'm a much better teacher because I stayed and I concentrated on the 3 hours and learned. I learn every time. And I've been doing this longer than most of you guys. Miss Lori.
Plus the 3 different hours, like you are different with the little kids versus the oldest kids.
So different. So different. The way you talk to them, the way that you reprimand them, the way that you joke with them, the way that you teach the dance, everything is different. So I just really want to enforce that. I kept on saying on the email, this is a mandatory meeting. There's a lot of times that it's not mandatory or we don't need to come, but look at you guys. We had a week off last week, we have a week off this month, and we have 2 weeks off in December. We have a cake job. Let's commit to being here on Tuesdays and becoming the familia that we want, to help each other.
Not just for your own teaching, but we've proven that our company gets better and our show is better when everybody's here contributing to each other. So not only do you need to be here for you, but we need you to be here for everybody.
It's
And
true.
like it's been proven that when we don't do that, our company's not as great and our shows are not
Like
as
when
great.
you don't see my face every week, it's like way hard to
Feel joy.
I seriously miss you.
Yeah, for a whole year it was just awful.
But everybody has
Glad
different
you're back.
personalities, and so it's nice to hear from everybody. Not that you're not fabulous. to
No,
watch,
I
you're
wanna learn
fabulous
from
to
all of
watch,
you.
But it's nice to hear from other people on what maybe they're going to tweak because their class is little or their class is bigger or whatever. That if they're not here, we don't get any of that information.
Right. The other thing is, I just want to ask you guys, are you liking the lessons this year? There's so much on them. It's amazing. Anyone that says, oh, I don't have enough to do is not reading the lessons. I mean, it's brilliant this year. There's so much information that you really have to pick and choose. But Jessica has 3 upper class. So she can look at those things and add what Melody doesn't do by using her own brain. And she just said to me, whether I did it the way Shauna intended or not, it doesn't matter. I had an activity to do. There's no right or wrong, right? I'm always afraid to try something until I see it being done. Mm-hmm. But I know that Whitney and you have done things that you didn't see on the video or seen on Tuesday. Who else has tried stuff that's on the lesson that you didn't see on Tuesday or on the video?
Yeah.
I mean, we are kind of smart people. We could probably figure them out. So I just wanted to thank Shauna for, the lessons are over and beyond. Like Amber said the other day, there's so much fun stuff on here that we haven't done yet. How awesome what a terrible problem to have. It's just really, really wonderful. So thank you. Thank you. But I want you guys to tell us, is there enough? Is there not enough? Is there too much? Does it confuse you?
If when you get the lesson, if you want to read through it and see something, you can say that too, and I'll do that. I pick what I like to do, but I can do anything.
That's a really
That's a good
nice
idea.
thing. If you
There's,
see something,
like songs and stuff, like the tape thing today. I was really happy to see you do that. It's the lesson I didn't think looked like that much fun. The kids loved it. So.
The other like it.
There's one thing in the lesson that I truly liked about is talking about teamwork. And so that's definitely something that we can include in case you have a small group, then obviously Minions always work as a team, and so then make sure that you include that. And it has the mugging and all of that. I like that. So
There's a lot of information. And of course, the enrichment stuff, I like to see what Melody does, then I go home and I read it and go, oh, or I go out after my first day teaching, I'm like, I better read that again. So I feel better.
Melody didn't do the Banana song,
Didn't.
the Barbara Ann song, and I put it in the Minion lesson because I put the blowout toys in the Minion lesson because they're in that song when the Minions sing that song on YouTube. So they do ba 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 na na ba 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 ba.
That's right. I remember you told me that.
You sent us that music?
Yes.
It's on the music, and
Yeah.
you can do that at the
And the
beginning of
video.
class.
Oh yeah, and put on Minion YMCA, not regular YMCA. I don't know what happened.
You did
So-
the first hour.
You did Minion the first
I
time.
know. Apparently they're both on the email.
There's an adult one, and then there's a
That's the
minion
one
one.
I put.
Adult.
I was like, wait a minute.
Is there
What I
anything
meant.
that we as a company can do better to get you guys ready? I know a few people were stressed out about needing the lesson sooner than today.
For what?
But this is the only month that she has sent us so late. I mean, she's always been so good at sending it on Sunday.
It's actually been written for 2 weeks. I taught this lesson 2 weeks ago. It just didn't get sent to everybody.
Did you send out the lyrics of the song we learned today?
No, because I didn't know she was doing that when I sent the lesson, but I'll send it tonight.
Okay, so we'll get it tonight. We'll get the words and the choreography.
I have a question about the finale. So, here, I'll go to you. Are we
That's going right up that nostril.
are we doing all the kids together at the beginning, or are we just
No.
going through dance for fun to confuse us?
Just to confuse you. not to confuse you, but
Right.
but I mean, I just wanted to introduce something
Okay.
new. So I might as well start at the beginning.
Okay.
No, it's a brilliant idea.
Yeah, no,
because
it's
in
fine.
December,
It just-
we're going to learn the finale anyway. So
Yeah.
So it'll be similar
timing.
once we figure out who's going to be where.
Okay. 'Cause
But no,
I know
not
I'm
everybody is
getting
on
ahead
stage.
of myself. I just had to know. Just had to know.
So, and I'm better when I'm dancing. Are you finishing it up anytime?
Yeah, I just didn't want to do it again. I felt like they were just ready for something new.
Well, I finished
So-
it. You want to see mine? I finished it.
Go for
I
it.
do.
No, let's do it.
Yeah, well, I repeated it too. I mean, I finished with my class, but I figured that you will do something else.
Yeah, just for the last.
I did not finish it. Just sit here. I stood there.
Oh, I got it.
I added 2. I've actually finished it in 2 of my classes. Just not this one.
Yeah, you guys remember, if we finish their dances now,
They really do get bored of them.
oh my gosh, they will be so sloppy by May because they will first of all be changed anyway, so we want them to change. I mean, it's fun to have them change, but they have the basics down now, but we don't want them to perfect their dances now because that's all they'll be doing for March and too much. Okay, really quickly, I need to emphasize one thing that I was not aware of. The books. The 20 years I did the books, everyone had to bring their books physically to me the last Tuesday of the month. And then I had to take them, blah, blah, blah. It was a nightmare. And getting them from you guys was a nightmare. So there's something that was in our contract that we didn't go over at our meeting. And I just want to reiterate this, and it seems to be working really good, but I want you guys to feel that it's working good. So it said in our contract that our list of kids was due on the 20th of the month. Okay, the 20th is mostly after the 3rd week, but sometimes before the 3rd week. Doesn't matter if, wait a minute, maybe it does matter. Okay,
It doesn't matter because you're not paying money until the
Right.
same time. She just needs the list so she can, sorry.
And it should start being pretty
So she
consistent.
can put a list.
okay, but the thing is if you're sending a list of the kids that you have, whether they paid or not, okay? So the list goes to Melody on the 20th. By the 25th, you get an invoice. You have until the 30th to pay. So that gives us all a heads up of how much we need to set aside. It gives us a heads up of that we have 2 more weeks to collect the money before we send it to her. So is this a problem for anybody? Is anyone concerned because we were so used to having till the end of the month?
It's just a mental thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm like, once I understood mentally, for me, I've taught for so long that I was conditioned a certain way.
And
you know what I mean? And I didn't read the contract. So I was like,
I think we like mentioned it briefly, but there was like this much
Yeah,
information
just didn't-
at the meeting.
But-
And I just need to bear witness that she needs that 5 days between the 20th when she gets your lists and the 25th when she sends you your invoices. It takes her that whole 5 days to go through your lists and get those invoices.
But then what happens
Done
is
and
if
back
it's
to you.
wrong, when she said, like, there was a few things I
Yeah.
had to fix, for instance. So, like, when you get it back, if then you know somebody by then hasn't dropped.
Yeah.
Because I was one of the people, I was like, why are we doing this so soon? I was stressed because it's a lot of intrigue for me. So I think, I just think that, like, then once you get it back, if you have somebody who then you find out drops and you don't have the money, you just email Melody back and say, hey, this person actually dropped, I'm not going to get their money. Then she can do it, she just deletes it and she sends it right back.
And she
to
did
you.
say
So-
though at the beginning that she said no questions asked, and I do remember
yeah.
her saying that. Like, I mean, if we have someone dropping at the end,
I'm
it's
not
like,
gonna-
sorry, no one. Then
not
you can
gonna
remember,
not
hey,
believe
so-and-so
you.
just dropped. It's on the list, so-and-so just dropped.
But along those lines, if you all, before you send your lists to her, don't just send them blind. Will you look at them first before you send them
For
to her?
sure, but it was
Because
one of the
I
things.
just want to finish that
Yeah.
that takes her extra time. And not that she won't do it if you find a mistake after she sends it back to you, but please try to make it accurate before you send it to her to save her that extra time that it takes to fix it
Yeah.
afterwards.
So if we work as a team and you look and just like create your report and then just look at it and just and like you might be able to catch it ahead of time. So if you can catch it ahead of time and send it to me, great. And then when you send the report, if you can also include any information like so-and-so's a new student, but we're waiting on her materials fee. Don't wait till you get your invoice to tell me that kind of thing. Tell it when you send your report. Then that'll help with time a lot. And then if something happens after the spreadsheets all go out, we can change it and it's not hard. Hit the delete button.
When I sent mine to you, because I know I had to correct something afterwards, I typed all that information in, and somehow when it emailed it to you, it just disappeared.
Did you save it?
No, I mean, I typed like in the email.
Oh.
It says, in order for me to send it to you as a PDF, I have to like go straight there and say send it as a PDF. And
Oh.
then the email pops up, and I typed in the email, but then when I looked at what you've gotten, none of the information.
Oh, did you send it from my music staff?
No, I sent it.
You downloaded it.
I sent it from the actual Excel.
Are we sending them in Excel format?
Yes, you're
Yeah.
sending them in Excel
Not PDF.
format.
Okay.
Well, Sam sends me hers in PDF because hers are funny.
I have to download it in Excel and then change my Excel to a PDF and then send it.
Okay, that's weird that it didn't show up. Try like saving it.
No, it happened to me twice. It happened the first time I sent you the wrong one, and then it happened the second one. So we'll figure that out.
Okay, we'll figure that
but
out.
Just for the record.
Thank you. Yeah. So the more information you can give me before I do the spreadsheets, the better.
Music staff question?
Yeah, I just feel like that I've realized in the 2 months that I've been doing music staff that I have to do my books every week, period. And it's not that big of a deal. It's time consuming, but I have reconditioned my brain that I write it on my sheet because I kind of like to have a sheet still. And then I walk over to my computer and just enter it. I mean, entering the payments is not a time consuming thing.
Especially if you do the same night, the date's already there. So you
I
don't
have a
have to type.
question though. How many of you guys go after class and click on each person and say recorded and the person recorded?
What?
Do what?
Like, you know, when you click on one person and then it says present, I'm sorry, you click present,
Oh.
each person, don't do it like that. Like
Yeah, wait till the next day.
The next day, then you click on all of them, they were all present or unchecked, just one or two, and then you just click present, and then they're all on there.
So you take roll with my music
Yeah,
staff?
the next day.
Yeah, wait till the next day to take roll.
Yeah.
It's way
See,
easier.
that's why I like to have something paper. But
To mark attendance, to mark attendance.
it's just seriously something that I just have to stay on top of. And it's just retraining my brain. And even us old dogs can learn new tricks. So it's good. And I hope young dogs can learn new tricks fast too. Go
But
ahead.
can I say something? That when you do get it back, because Melody is immaculate at it, and at the same time she's still human too. So better to catch it before you pay the bill. Do you know what I mean? That should just be her job. I know that's one more step for us to do, but like, you know, making sure, like for me it was a sibling thing. It was but there's so many it would have been hard for her to see. So we need to take the responsibility to double check as well, and then let her know if she needs to change something before we pay, because I think that's probably easier than trying to refund us money. So if we do like we get it to her and then she gets it back, and then look at it again for your own sake too. And then
really
say,
smart.
not because you're not almost
No,
she's
that's-
almost
no, I would
perfect,
rather it
but
be that way.
would take stress off of her too, to know that we're double checking her
And
work.
we're giving you 5 days to do all of that too, before you pay.
Yeah, so that's what I was trying to say. So it gives you all the time to
So let's just remember 20, 25, and 30. 20th, 25th, and 30th.
And if you're paying by e-check, e-checks take like 4 or 5 days to clear my account, versus like if you can do the send money option, if you figured that out, that's instant. But if you pay with an e-check, that takes 4 or 5 days. So if you would pay quickly after you get your invoice on the 25th, does that make sense?
What happens when we pay through PayPal? Does it come automatically?
It depends. Some people's does, some people's doesn't.
So what's the difference?
So if you add a credit card to your account, then they'll let you just send the money instantly. But if you don't have a credit card on your account, then it sends me an e-check, and I still get it, and there's no fees. It just takes like 4 business days.
the one was an
Do you
e-check.
know?
And that's on PayPal.
Yeah, I can tell. I don't know off the top of my head, but
It
I
actually
can tell.
comes up and tells you that it will take 3 to 5 days to process. So if you're sending an
mine is
e-check,
I think one of your payments came instantly, and the other one came as an
it will
e-check.
actually say that, because that happened being added, and then I put a credit card.
Yeah, my first one came for my checking
Yeah.
account first, but I think this one came straight from
It did.
PayPal, like immediate.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I had the money in.
I have on my music staff question. So, somehow, and I just don't know how, and I guess that's what I'm trying to figure out, is that I had some of my students get deleted from my calendar this month. And they were in for the last 2 months, and then just all of a sudden they weren't in my classes anymore, so I had to like go through the invoices today to be like, oh, okay, they're not in the calendar, and then have to redo it. Do we know why they would just randomly?
No,
I'm having the opposite, so we can't delete them.
I don't know.
Even today, that one person.
Deleting is easy.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
And then I have to resend
Huh?
It's like
I haven't, it's not
know why.
One kid, I went
People
through,
that I want to delete,
the calendar and the invoices and the,
I couldn't get him to delete.
But this is the one thing I've learned, because this has been my biggest thing. Melody knows that. I'm like, they won't come over.
Turn the camera on her.
They don't disappear off of your computer. Like you can't, like for me mentally, I just don't even want to see their name anymore.
Right.
So they're not coming up on my spreadsheet, but they still come up. And so it's like troublesome to me, but when I double check like what I sent to Melody, she's like, well, it's not here, but they still exist. Is
Are
there a way
you?
just to make them, right?
Are
Is
they
that
on
what
like
you
your
guys are
students
having?
list, Steph? They're showing up on your students list?
No, I don't think they show up there. They show up somewhere else.
Okay, figure out where they show up and then
If they show
call
up
me.
on the calendar, though, I figured something
I
out.
finally got them off my calendar, but they do show up, like their name still is somewhere on the list of.
On the group.
I kind of figured it out, but it does take 4 or 5 steps, and you have to really.
But how about I swore that I got them to, they wouldn't delete, so I got them inactive. And then I get an email today, basically, bitch, I told you to take me off. And I swear I did. She didn't really call me that. That's the tone of it, because she asked me 2 months, you know what I mean? So that's what.
I would just have to look at it.
Okay.
Melody,
I don't know
talk
the
to
answer off the top of my head, but
We're-
if I see it, I can be much more helpful.
We are still only 2 months in, so we're still working bugs out. But thank you for
Doing
sharing the
awesome,
bugs.
everybody.
I've also noticed
Doing
that
awesome.
like sometimes you have to wait a day for it to update. Have you noticed that?
Depends.
Like you think it did it, and then the next day it's there, and you're like, wait, so you go and do it again, and then
I haven't noticed that. Sometimes, like if I click save, it takes a minute before it saves. But that's the only thing I've noticed.
Would you mind emailing us the instructions for deleting? I know we talked about it in class.
I think I sent an email
Did
once.
you? Okay, I will go check.
If anybody finds that email,
On
I'll go
deleting?
search
Yeah.
on deleting.
That was the easiest part for me.
that's because I did it for you.
Huh? Because you came to my house and helped me learn.
I know one place where it is in the testing, you know, when you had to test and add your own fake students.
I
and
think
then you
when I
had
sent
to
the
delete
instructions, that's
those.
like the very end of the
If
instructions.
it's a
okay.
student
I
that
will
was
look
with
then.
you from the beginning September, you go back to the first week in September where they were, and you delete them from there, and at the bottom it says, save for future events. It will delete the entire student for the whole 2
Yeah,
months.
that's how it should
But you
work.
have to go to the first week in September.
But if they paid money, if you've entered
If
in
they
money,
did,
it's
doesn't
another
matter.
thing,
But it
right?
doesn't matter because you already paid her.
Yeah,
But to delete the
but it
student,
comes
you
up
have
and
to
says
delete
let's-
all their transactions,
It
or they
doesn't
won't
like-
go
it
away.
doesn't
But
like
at least
go
he
away.
deletes it from the account.
But
It does
we
delete
want
from
them
the account.
gone.
Completely.
They betrayed us.
And they don't show up on the thing, it just is a mental thing for me that I can still see them.
Yeah.
I want
no,
them-
I'm the same way. If they're gone, they're out of my
So
world.
maybe-
I don't want to see them.
Maybe if we like deleted their money or.
You have to delete all their transactions.
But you only click on delete. Okay, you're out.
See, but I have a
No.
family where I've deleted all of their transactions, I've deleted all of their invoices, I've deleted them off the counter, I've deleted all of the stuff that they've paid. But for some reason, they still show up with a zero balance, and I don't know how to make that one go away, and so I can't delete
But
them.
they have a zero.
I don't know how to tell you, but if you ever want me to log in, I can figure it out. I'm super good at looking at it and figuring it out.
Might make you do it, 'cause I've, like,
Guys,
worked on it
it's
for
not,
3 days.
we'd rather, it's a visual thing. She has to be able to see it.
For sure.
It just-
I think you have to do the steps in a certain order.
I've done it a couple of separate days to try to make sure that they're gone from everywhere. So I might have you.
Okay, really quick, we need to move on because this is a very big week for us. Not only are we entering all of the thousands of dollars we're collecting, which is the good part, it's also t-shirt order time.
So that's the bad news.
So
You've been waiting.
before Stephanie gets out the quick information,